very special guest on the back of the fundraising that has been announced yesterday. Mr. Mistry, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us at Bloomberg Quint. Now, we all knew about, or rather Bloomberg Quint had spoken about this news flow about the fundraising, and the market expected the areas that you've gone into as well. Can you explain the rationale as to why you've chosen to make a big segue into health insurance, into ARCs at this time?
First of all, we're not setting up an ARC. We are looking at setting up either a fund or a company which could look at investing in real estate projects which are under some stress. So we know that, this is a core competence. We understand real estate in India, and we can identify real estate projects where there is some degree of stress. We can go to the builder, take over these projects at an incomplete stage, get the construction completed through another developer, to a reputed developer, and then using the HDFC brand and using our supervision and our skills, we will then turn it around and sell it at, sell the project. So that is what we are looking at as far as the real estate thing is concerned. There are no immediate plans to get into it, but this is a concept at the moment. It is still in the drawing board. As far as health insurance is concerned, we believe that the market for health insurance is huge. India has a young population. People are becoming increasingly aware of health, and people are looking at health insurance very, very seriously. So we believe it's a very large market in India, and that's the reason why we are looking at getting into this.
Mr. Mistry, pray tell me, when we speak to developers, all of them speak about the kind of hand-holding that HDFC anyways does with them on all key projects. So this need to set up this separate fund, is it because the opportunity is now a lot larger than what it used to be? And part two of my question, if you allow me, Mr. Mistry, would be that there are a lot of large opportunities that seem to be open in the NCR region. Do you believe via this new entity, you might want to or feel like participating in those opportunities in the current financial or the calendar year 18 itself?
I don't know about calendar year 18. I can't commit to dates because, as I said, this is completely in the drawing board stage at this point of time. But we believe that the opportunity is huge. It is all India. It's not necessarily located in one part of the country. And these kind of projects have been, yes, you're right, it's been there. They've been there all the time. But at this moment, we see that with some of the smaller developers, particularly after the introduction of RERA, the amount of stress is a little more. But this is more with the smaller developers and in not necessarily in the NCR region.
Okay. I'm sure you'll have some projects at least in mind already. What kind of capital allocation are you going to make for this opportunity?
Too premature at this point of time to talk about capital allocation. I mentioned to you earlier that this is in the drawing board stage. We've not taken a final call. We have to do a lot more work before we can commit numbers.
And what kind of capital are you going to infuse into the health insurance arm, and what kind of expansion are you looking at?
Again, there are opportunities both organic as well as inorganic. If it is organic, the amount of investment would be lesser. If it is inorganic, the amount of investment could be larger. Again, premature to talk about specific investments, but we believe that the scope or the potential for health insurance growth in India is large, and that's the reason why we are looking at getting into it.
Have you spoken to any of the prospective, acquisition targets? Any of the health
we can't comment on such things.
Okay, Mr. Mistry, I have one small question though on the health insurance business. I would presume that HDFC, because it's such a strongly growing machine, would not venture out into a business wherein a 10-year opportunity of 20-25% CAGR is not visible. Is that a safe assumption?
I don't know about 10-25% CAGR for 10 years, but yes, the opportunity is large. I don't want to commit numbers, but the opportunity is truly very large.
Fair call. Mr. Mistry, appreciate you joining us early morning for this quick chat. Thanks so much for taking the time.